What's up, everybody? It's too motherfucking cold. We're about to do an NBA podcast. There's been a lot of things happening in the league currently. Kyrie Irving has definitely taken the spotlight out of everybody's uh, fucking circus. I don't know. I don't know what you want to say. I don't know what you want to say about it. He had another great game tonight. Dallas Mavericks outperformed against the San Antonio Spurs, which San Antonio, we all know they've been lacking. Like, they're not necessarily a good team. It did come down to the fourth quarter, and Luka was struggling. Kyrie had some shots that were fucking unbelievable again. These NBA players, I just watched a Draymond Green video talking about how Kyrie Irving is more unstoppable than Kevin Durant. That's not necessarily how he phrased it. What Draymond said was Kyrie Irving is the scorer that the general population thinks Kevin Durant is. And he was talking about how you can do some things with Kevin Durant. Kevin Durant's 7 feet. Kevin Durant is out there handling the ball. Durant was talking about how you can come out there, you can double him, you can make Kevin Durant turn his back. Obviously, the height that he dribbles the ball is going to be a little bit higher, but then he threw it back to Kyrie. It's like, what do you do with a 6'1" guard who was, and all these motherfuckers, LeBron, JJ Redick, Damian Lillard, I mean, they all went in after this last little Kyrie left-handed floater over Jokic for the Dallas Mavericks to beat fucking Denver in Dallas, scoring that game winner on Jokic, one of the best probably the best game winner of the season this season. I mean, there's all sorts of hyperbole about what goes on in these game winners, and when you're in the moment, and when you're talking like media trying to pump out some sort of narrative, but this Kyrie thing's been going on for a while. He's played like 19 straight games. He saved the game tonight. Luka struggled. Luka went like 5 for 25. Kyrie was the man tonight. He was the clutch time man. He hit these tough ass shots again. And I just don't know what to say about it. Like, I think the Dallas Mavericks are fucking on one. I'm a Mavs fan, so I have some bias there. But I just want to break down what's going on in the NBA, and I haven't felt good about the Mavs for a minute. I felt good about the Mavs when Luka is probably, I think it was 2 seasons ago when he had that run against the Clippers, made it to the Western Conference Finals. They fell short, but he was obviously the best player on the court. Outplayed Kawhi, who I think Kawhi is better than KD all time. They went through some struggles. They picked up Kyrie like the year after that. Then they missed the playoffs. They missed the play-in for a fucking draft pick. They got Derek Lively Jr., who's coming to the rotation this year in his rookie season. He's been tough. He's a big that can fucking throw down lobs. Fucking do that pick and roll action. Get lobs in the paint from mainly Luka, but Kyrie can throw them to him too. He's balling out. The Mavs picked up Washington and who's their other big? I don't know. They got another big here recently within the last like 3-4 weeks during the trade deadline, and they're on fire. And I would hate to see them in any series. I don't care if it's a series against OKC, Denver, Minnesota. Cat's got that injury. I guess it's a knee injury. There's only a couple more weeks left in the regular season. They got a 7-footer trying to come back from a knee injury to come into the playoffs and just be like, oh, we're all good. No, it's not all good. Obviously, you got the Lakers and the fucking Warriors battling it out for that play-in game. I don't know who the fuck else you got in the West that really means the shit. You know, Dallas is right there. I mean, just think about this. Think about potentially the way it could span out is you have a Mavericks versus Nuggets Western Conference Finals if all the cards fall right. No injuries. Jamal Murray, Nikola Jokic versus Luka Doncic and Kyrie Irving. You got some role players. You got Michael Porter Jr., you got KCP, you got this Mavs squad. We could go down the fucking list, but Porter Jr. and KCP are probably above what the Mavs have. Mavs have some new bigs. Mavs just fucking took out the Nuggets. It was in Dallas, and it was a nationally televised game, and I mean, maybe the Nuggets didn't really think it mattered, and the Mavs are trying to play for some shit. The Nuggets don't give a fuck about seeding 1, 2, or 3. They're going to handle their business, but I mean, fast forward till to May, and then it's the series we see, and let's talk about what's going on out east. Like, Embiid, I don't know when he's coming back. Giannis and Dame aren't really clicking. Miami's tough. I think the Knicks are fucking pretty tough right now, too. Maybe we have a Knicks-Celtics little setup out in the Eastern Conference, and obviously I think the Celtics are going to take that unless some crazy injuries happen to some key players. And then, we're looking at Celtics-Nuggets, which is probably a repeat of something that's happened recently. You got Celtics-Mavs, and then who's the best player in that? Doesn't matter. Tatum's great. Brown's good. Great. Let's give him that. He just can't dribble his left hand. I'm a big Porzingis fan. Porzingis, you get him for like dimes on the dollar. You get fucking some defensive stoppers as your wing players. I'm pretty sure they got Drew Holiday. Motherfucker's tough as hell. They got him for fucking nothing. Like, some of these chips just fell in place for Boston, who has already had a good team. Jason Tatum's only 25 years old. He's been to an NBA Finals once, been to an Eastern Conference Finals 3-4 times. At 25, he's always been on a good team. They're building around him. We got the the Butler coach, what's his name, Brad Stevens. He was coaching, now he's president of basketball operations. I can't hate on the Celtics. I'm a Bill Simmons fan. He fucking loves them. That's all he talks about. Shit is real. But let's take that serious. Let's take my team. Let's take Dallas. Let's pretend like Kyrie and Luka can get him there, mashing up against Tatum and Brown. I mean, what more do I need to say? Who are bigger names? Luka? Who's a bigger name than Luka? Tatum? Nah, not really. Tatum's got some physicality behind him. He's got a bigger body. He's a little bit taller. He's a little bit more physical, but he is not the fucking thoroughbred of what these European players are. Luka or fucking Jokic. Those guys just came up in the game a little bit differently. Some of y'all might know this. Some of the NBA fans that listen to me might know this. Tatum, he came up out of St. Louis. I think he was in middle school when Bradley Beal was in high school. They probably went to the same-ish high school, played on the same AAU team. Bradley Beal used to pick Jason Tatum up to go play basketball wherever the fuck they play basketball in St. Louis. I mean, Tatum was in 7th grade. Fucking Beal played 2 years in college, then he's an NBA, then he's a fucking lottery pick. And that's your buddy you're calling the phone when you're in 10th grade. You're Jason Tatum, you're in 10th grade. Your fucking buddy Bradley Beal's in the fucking league, ripping off 20 plus points a game. Shit. And you're 6 inches bigger and 40 pounds heavier and ripped. Then you go to the fucking Boston Celtics, then you become the man on a good team, and you fucking do this shit. You dunk on LeBron in the Eastern Conference Finals when you're 20 years old. You don't fucking even respect him when you do it. You fucking dunk on him, then you talk shit. You little light-skinned motherfucker. Yeah, you fucking did it. When he was on the Cavs, it was legit. That motherfucker's legit. And, Tatum, he's probably... It depends on who you are. It depends where you want to rate him. He's got some physicals that cannot be touched. He is a big motherfucking dude. He is not quite Giannis when Giannis went on his run. Giannis has got some height, and Giannis has got a little bit more shoulders. But Tatum's not far behind him. Playing a more crisp game, a more offensive game. Doesn't have the same defense Giannis had, but Giannis was a motherfucking freak, and Giannis led his fucking team to win a title. and Milwaukee staying there, dropping 50 points in a Game 7 game. Like, come on now. This NBA thing is cool, man. You can dive into it. You can watch the games. You can like listen to, all the broadcasters talk about them. You can follow the fucking narratives, and there's so many narratives in the game. It's not even goat chasing. It's not even best player in the league. It's not about MVP. It's not about the injuries. It's not about the off court drama. It's not about the baby mama drama. It's not about Devin Booker dating a motherfucking a Kylie Jenner or a Kendall Jenner passed off from a Kanye Kardashian. Like, it's not even that. It's so much more than that. It's not about what excuse me on that. I didn't put my show on silent. It's not about, is Amazon going to pick up the next NBA TV deal, YouTube, Netflix, what's TNT about to do? TNT has the best fucking pregame, halftime, postgame report with Shaq, Kenny, Chuck, and oh my god, who's the white guy? Best white guy ever. Can't think of it. It's not about that. It's not about all the failed attempts that ESPN's had to try to match what TNT's doing. It's not about who they put on the ABC games that come on Saturdays and then the playoff games. It's not about Rachel Nichols getting called out because some ESPN fucking camera guy left the camera recording in her fucking hotel room during the bubble, then she lost her job to Maria Taylor. It's not even that drama that I'm talking about. It's not about, is LeBron 45 years old and his son going to come play with him? It's not about, does Kevin Durant smoke pot and he's the biggest motherfucking, greatest fucking pothead of all time that ever played in the league? It's not about, is Zion Williamson 345 pounds and he just lost 60 pounds and now his fucking team's on a 12-1 run after the All-Star break? It's not even that. It's not even that. There's so much more to what goes on in the NBA than any other sport. It's not, did Victor Wembanyama's younger brother, who's a sophomore in high school, who is 6'8", who's still gonna keep growing, maybe he'll be 7'5" too, and in the 2029 draft, maybe he'll go to a team like the Miami Heat. It's not about that. It's about that, but it's not. It's about, do you fucking love the game of basketball? Do you love pro basketball? Because it's a different league than what's going on, and it's different. It's refereed different. It's proposed to the public different. It's not college. It sure as fuck ain't that. I don't know what the fuck that is. Like, I heard a little snippet the other day listening to some of these main NBA players talking about the difference between college and the NBA. You got a 24-second shot clock versus a 30-second shot clock. These college coaches run a couple actions just to try to get into an action that would happen in the NBA naturally right when they take the ball up the court, because they got 6 extra seconds, they don't know what to do. Run the fucking pick and roll. Run the pick and fade, run the pick and pop, run the fucking pick and roll, drive, kick out to the fucking short side, guy on the 3-point line, pass it out, pass. Why are you doing all this bullshit? College basketball. It's not about that. You just have to understand that it's different. It's not about Team USA dominating the world anymore because these other countries have legitimate players and legitimate teams that have been playing with each other that could fucking wipe USA out. It's not about the dunk contest where nobody shows up to come do it that anybody wants to watch. It's not about that bullshit 3-point contest where now you got men against women and we try to have the battle that women are actually more natural shooters than men, and that's why some lovely female named Caitlyn might have outshot Steph Curry in the three-point contest at All-Star break. That may have happened. It may not have. This is actually the first year I didn't watch any of the All-Star break stuff. It's not about that at all. It's not even about these up-and-coming stars. It's not about Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. It's not about Anthony Edwards. It's not about Tyrese Halliburton. Like, what's their career arc gonna look like? It's not about Bronny James getting drafted to the fucking Lakers or LeBron signing a contract to go play with his fucking son, Bronny or Bryce. It's not about, is Eric Spoelstra, what did he learn from Pat Riley the whole time he's been in Miami, and is he going to be the next fucking mafia boss but down in Miami, rolling dark hair, dark skin, and just coaching shit up? It's not about why the fuck does anyone want to play for the Utah Jazz, because Dwayne Wade's a part owner there with the guy that started Qualtrics, which had the best IPO in the last 6 fucking years, and the dude got rich just fucking making surveys with software. It's not even about that tech shit. It's not about what sort of opportunities do you have playing in Golden State and Oakland and San Francisco versus the opportunities you have playing in Brooklyn and New York City. Financially, the fucking doors that opens for you as an NBA player, or as a coach, or as a trainer, as a fucking ball boy. It's not about that. It's not about the NBA having better ratings than the NFL. It's not about Major League Baseball falling off the fucking charts as being one of those Big 5 leagues in the United States of America. It's not about the NBA overtaking MLB. It's not about how big your contract is. It's not about the fucking agents. It's not about Rich Paul. It's not about Clutch Sports. It's not about, what is it, CAA out in LA, who's fucking repping athletes and entertainers, trying to combine that mix. Same way Clutch is trying to do it. It's not about that. It's not about, is Adam Silver a better fucking commissioner than David Stern, and what the differences are and what's happened over the last 20 years in the NBA. It's not fucking about that. It's not about who's sitting courtside at a Lakers game. You don't see the same stars anymore. You see different ones. It's not about, is Jay-Z hooked up with P. Diddy, and did P. Diddy have a fucking child sex ring that was worse than the Jeffrey Epstein shit that was going on the island, but he was doing it right in New York City, filming every motherfucking rapper and every entertainer that was black. It's not about that. It's not about who the fuck Beyonce and Jay-Z are seeing, and are they going to get divorced. It's not about Eminem coming up to a fucking Detroit Pistons game when they can't even fucking win 20 games a year. They get 5 number 1 draft picks. It don't fucking matter. Detroit's not doing shit. What's up, Fort Wayne Pistons? It's not about any of that. For me, what this is about what I know I'm about to do with my life every day. I know, depending on the time of the year, I know there's going to be some games that are available on Monday on NBA TV or League Pass, potentially ESPN. I know I might have to pay $4 to watch a game on a Monday night to make myself happy. And then we fast forward to a Tuesday, and then I get TNT games. And I don't know if I'm going to get the Shaq, Kenny, Chuck broadcast. I don't know if I'm going to get the top-notch games on Tuesday, but I know all season long, Tuesday, 7:30 tip, 7 p.m. on TNT, the pregame starts 7:30 tip. I got a second game at 9:30. I'm entertained for 6 hours. Wednesday is a fucking ESPN game. It's probably a doubleheader happening every week of the season. Season basically runs from November to the end of June. Thursday we throw it back to TNT. Friday we got some ESPN games. Saturday we're going to do either some ABC or ESPN games. Sunday, depending on when we're at in the season, we're gonna do some like noon tip-offs or some like 2:30 p.m. tip-offs. Then we might have like a Sunday night game at like 6 p.m. broadcast on ESPN. I have, plus you can buy more games throughout the year if there's some shit that you don't like. But I have 20 fucking hours of entertainment. 20 hours where I don't have to think about my job, my family, my life, my situation, my well-being. I have fucking 20 hours put out there for me where I can just consume something that I enjoy, and I don't watch every game from tip-off or from pre-game to the end of the fourth quarter plus post-game, but I do watch a lot. And I can tune in and I can tune out and I can watch those scores as they happen, and I can do a multitude of things. But that's what gets me by. That's what it's about for me. And I don't know if you're a true NBA fan, and I don't know if I could spit it any other way. And it's not about hopping on Twitter to do the little, you got your other NBA guys. They're out there on Twitter that are responding in real time the same way you are. They're watching the same shit you are. That some of them watch certain teams, some of them don't. Some of them have their biases, some of them don't. And they're just people like you and me. Plus, you got your ESPN guys who are putting shit out. You got all that. I don't know. That's what it is for me. That's why I'm an NBA fan. That's why I cannot get over what this league has done. I've been watching this league since I was a child. This shit is good. This shit is golden. If you're an NBA fan, hit me up. Throw me a spot. Tell some people you know what I talk about. Let's tune in. We can chat X's and O's a little bit. We can talk a little bit like how JJ Redick and LeBron James have their new little pod. Or we can just talk shit. We can talk what we feel. We can talk what we believe. We can do all that. But it's been a minute since I did this NBA podcast. I had to tell you all how I felt. We'll do this again. Playoffs are coming up. Don't forget about me. Like I said, always, I'm writing the playbook on how to get famous, and let's do this shit together. Spread the word. It's too motherfucking cold for Sunday.